Chapter 51 Fangirl Meng Yiran. The characteristics of the soul-breaking knife. Page 12. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Suddenly, a warm breath quickly filled his meridians. Looking back, Tang Lan put one hand on his shoulder, and the powerful internal power of 9 Yang divine art was continuously input into Oscar's body. Sect Master, Oscar said movedly, we are almost reaching the Star Dough Forest. You stop talking nonsense. Tang Lan said domineeringly, the second rule of the Tang sect is, don't abandon, don't give up. Oscar was even more moved. Tang Lan is there in his eyes. Hair. Light. Brother, where did you get this sect rule? Tang San said quietly, why haven't I heard of it? If you do this, I look inferior. Tang Lan pretended not to understand the subtext and said with a smile. It was inspired by my feelings and made up on the spur of the moment. The corner of Tang San's mouth twitched, so casually, why do you feel like you're being targeted? But looking at Tang Lan's smiling face, Tang San just thought it was an illusion. Brother is so kind to me, how can you doubt him? Near the outside of the Star Dough Forest, Tang Lan asked everyone to take a rest and eat a recovery sausage to ensure that they were in the best condition. The official formation of troops began. Old Zhao, you take the lead and clear the way for the team. Xiao Wu and Zhu Qing are roaming on both sides. Don't fight when attacked. Return to the team first. Rong Rong and Xiao Ao are in the middle, and Tang San and Dai Mubai are each protecting one. I am the queen to prevent sneak attacks from soul beasts. Is there a problem? Naturally, everyone had no doubts, only Zhao Wuji hesitated to speak, feeling uncomfortable. Old Zhao, if you have something to say, just say it. It's not your style to hold it back. Tang Lan joked. Then I'll say it. Zhao Wuji said rudely, it's okay to let me take the lead, but won't this lose the training effect? How about adding some 1,000-year-old soul beasts? Tang Lan smiled, it's really for this. He looked around the scene and found that most people agreed with this concept. Tang Lan was also helpless. All of you are geniuses with at least level 7 innate soul power. There are many ways to hone yourselves. Why do you have to be in the Star Dough Forest? Of Shrek's 64 students, 80% can be killed in battle. This is the fault. The theoretical limit of Xiao Ao's third spirit ring is 1,700 years. Add 1,200 years to 3 pieces of whale glue, which is 2,900 years. The outer area mainly contains 10-year and century-old spirit beasts, so we must enter the mixed area. There are many 10,000-year spirit beasts there. Who is going to lead the charge? Tang San subconsciously looked at the only power attack system. Dai Mubai's face twitched. What the hell are you looking at me doing? The 10,000-year soul beast is the target of the 5-ring soul king. Is he, a 3-ring soul king, looking for death? Zhao Wuji was also speechless. Think now that Shrek's death rate is ridiculously high. If you want to hone your combat experience, there are spirit fighting arenas, academy exchanges, and spirit master competitions. There is really no need to be in the Star Dough Forest. Very good, it seems I made it clear. Tang Lan nodded and said. Also a reminder, there is no need to kill some soul beasts that are not a threat. We don't use their soul rings, just leave them to those who need them more. There was no murderous person present, so there was no objection. Xiao Wu smiled sweetly, she is resistant to hunting soul beasts, but humans must do this if they want to break through. It would also be good to kill less indiscriminately. Follow Tang Lan's formation. Zhao Wuji took the lead and entered the outer area of the Star Forest. The aura of the 7-ringed Soul Saint was released, and the low-level 10-year and century-old soul beast sensed danger and instinctively ran for their lives in the opposite direction. Occasionally, there are 1,000-year soul beasts that are not afraid of death, and they will not choose Zhao Wuwei as a breakthrough point, more of a sneak attack from behind, trying to take away the little guy Tang Lan, then and they were bound. Joke. Are the most numerous soul beasts in this Star Dough Forest? Wrong. It's the blue-silver grass that can be seen everywhere. These soul beasts think they are very hidden, stepping on the blue-silver grass to sneak attack on their emperor. As for the blue-silver emperor's tenacity, even if a low-level 10,000-year soul beast comes, he may not be able to break free. These 1,000-year-old soul beasts are purely for food delivery. Tang Lan was not polite either. Open the double pupil directly and use your life to bury tons and tons of violent inhalation. The soul power was buried with life again and stored in the heavy pupil. The mental power is fed to Chong Tong, increasing the lifespan. It was because the vitality could not be digested internally, so it was thrown to Xiao Wu and Zhu Zhuqin to replenish their physical strength. They were also harassed by spirit beasts, and running around consumed a lot of energy. Ning Rongrong in the middle kept an eye on the two of them and provided remote assistance at any time. Other people, instead, I took some time off. Be vigilant. That we started discussing what soul beast would be suitable for Oscar. This frost wolf is pretty good. Maybe it can increase the attribute damage of your sausage, Xiao Ao. Dai Mubai suggested. No. Tang San shook his head. The frost wolf's tail grows 50 cm every 1 year. This one's tail is 24 cm long, and its age is only 1,200 years. Ning Rongrong glanced at Tang San in surprise. Does he still know this? But thinking about Tang Lan's Tang Sect Encyclopedia, as his younger brother following him around, he must have known more about it. Then Master, what kind of soul beast do you think I should hunt? Oscar asked humbly. Tang San opened his mouth to speak. Suddenly it got stuck again. He originally wanted to absorb the soul rings of functional soul beasts, among which animal soul beasts were the best. However, in Tang Lan's Tang Sect Encyclopedia, the supplement to the martial soul mimicry theory also shows that the same type of soul ring has a certain increase. Can't help but think, Oscar's sausage martial soul. Is it better to absorb plant-type soul beasts or animal-type soul beasts? Do not understand. Tang San vaguely summoned his martial spirit and asked Tang Lan questions through the blue-silver grass. Tang Lan used the spiritual link to answer. Absorb the right one when you encounter it. Tang San was stunned, then he laughed. Also, the Star Do forest is so big, it is up to them to decide what kind of soul beasts they encounter. He then replied, as long as you absorb the right ones, you don't have to be attached to any one. Watching Tang San respond to Oscar with his own answer, Tang Lan's mouth twitched. As expected of a disciple of Yu Xiaogang, this plagiarism is a matter of course. Just like this, we drove all the way and arrived in the mixed zone. Something has been discovered. Zhu Zhuqin shouted. At 10 o'clock, a snake is flying 3 meters above the ground. It has a fleshy crown on its head as red as blood, and a fan-shaped tail. It is coming towards us, but it is shaking a little, as if it is injured. Chapter 52 The Soul Bone Exploded. Enhanced version of Mushroom Sausage. Page 12. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chao Tianxiang stared at Oscar fiercely and guessed something. Your Excellency's guess is correct. Tang Lan pointed at Oscar. This is Oscar, my second-generation Tang sect disciple, here to hunt for the third soul ring. He ate 3 pieces of 1,000-year-old whale glue, and the upper limit of the soul ring was raised to 2,900, so this 1,800-year-old crested coxcomb is somewhat inappropriate. Oscar showed his martial soul in unison. The 2 yellow and yellow soul rings were beating, and the level 30 soul power was undoubtedly revealed. Kao Xiangxiang believed it. After all, he was a being who could cooperate with the Qibao glazed sect, so he wouldn't deceive an old woman like her. Then I got excited. One step first, step by step, it seems to be just the third soul ring, which has absorbed an extra 1,000 years. The physical quality that can be improved will be fed back to the next soul ring. After that, one after another, the final harvest will be extremely objective. Furthermore, Meng Yiran is already level 30, but what about her future children? The first soul ring starts directly after 1,000 years. Thinking of this, Chao Tianxiang saluted solemnly and said, Thank you Tang Sect Master for informing me of this method. I swear here that I will never leak it to a third party. Tang Lan waved his hand indifferently. I published a book in which the effects of whale gum were recorded, and soon it became known to the world. Chao Tianxiang was shocked. Who knows such important information and doesn't keep it secret? The worst that he also secretly stocked up on whale glue and made deals with those sects and nobles. Why is it being widely advertised? Chao Tianxiang lived for most of his life, but he couldn't see through the young man in front of him at all. Just nodded. In that case, I have already thanked you, otherwise I won't know until then and it will be difficult to buy it again. Then I won't take the crested snake this time. I'll come back to hunt it again after it's been given more years. Yiran, thank you, sect leader Tang, it's time to go. Meng was still a little unhappy. Anyone with a discerning eye can see that she has thoughts about Tang Lan, but Tang Lan didn't want her to stay. If the Dragon King and the Snake Woman were there, it wouldn't be conducive to his plan, that is to say. After I finish hunting the soul rings, I will go to Tiando City. As expected, a college belonging to the Tang sect will be established there. If Miss Meng is interested, she can take the entrance exam. Meng Yiran's eyes lit up. You'll be at the new academy too, right? Tang Lan nodded. Great. I will definitely come. Meng Yiran said excitedly, I'll be waiting for you in Tiando City. You must come. Tang Lan just smiled, neither reject nor agree, full of slag flavor, but Meng Yiran received the consent signal and waved goodbye happily. Follow Chao Tianxiang to leave, one step at a time and 3 turns back. The host gained Meng Yiran's admiration, causing Tang San to lose the opportunity for breakthrough. Seize a tiny amount of Tang San's luck. Reward, all soul bone years plus 100. TSK. Tang Lan regretted a little. Why don't you absorb the attached soul bone first before entering the Star Dough Forest? 100 years were lost in vain, but Tang Lan's hint of regret was misinterpreted by some people. Stop looking. Xiao Wu said jealously, I won't come back if I look at him again. See you again when we return to Tiando City. Tang Lan glanced at Xiao Wu and was not comforted. He handed the 18 soul-breaking knives and meteorite gold to Tang San. Young man, make them all into special sniper armor-piercing bullets. You keep half of them and give the other half to me. Tang San happily agreed. What Meng Yiran, where is this precious meteorite gold? Sect Master, are we going to let this crested snake go like this? Oscar said with some regret, why don't we keep such a precious spirit beast? That made everyone laugh. Why, you still want to raise it for 1,000 years and absorb the soul ring again? Dai Mubai teased. Oscar scratched his head in embarrassment. He just thought it was such a pity. Don't want. Tang Lan nodded and said, Oscar's suggestion is good, then keep it. Everyone's laughter stopped suddenly. What the hell? Is Oscar's stupidity contagious? Tang Lan didn't explain either. Ask Oscar to take out his 10,000 years fire ginseng, pull out some roots, and feed it to the phoenix-tailed coxcomb. It doesn't understand human speech. The instinct of the soul beast makes it know that this is a great tonic. The blue-silver emperor, the destined soul, drained his body and swallowed the roots impatiently. The momentum grew slightly. It's grown a little longer. Tang San said in disbelief, about 0.1 centimeters. The age has increased by about 4 months. Everyone present, including Zhao Wuji and Xiao Wu, all showed off their faces. Does feeding herbs now increase the lifespan? Can you still play like this? Tang Lan calculated the approximate dosage and explained at the same time. Do you really think that 100,000-year soul beasts have lived for 100,000 years? Most of them are able to break through the race's lifespan limit by eating heavenly materials and earthly treasures, and their strength is greatly improved. So why can't the age of the soul beast be piled up with herbs? I have written this in the Tang Sect Encyclopedia. You can read more about it when it is published in the future. Don't act like you've never seen the world before, babbling. While talking, Tang Lan cut off a small piece of 10,000 years fire ginseng and fed it to the coxcomb snake. The phoenix-tailed coxcomb snake swallowed it in one gulp and looked at Tang Lan with surprise and uncertainty. Why are these two-legged beasts so good? Coax. A flame rose from the body of the phoenix-tailed coxcomb snake. It twisted its snake body in the heat and opened its mouth to spit out a small fireball. Tang Lan controlled the life-soul blue-silver emperor and sealed its mouth. It's a waste of medicine, just stay well. Subsequently, the size of the coxcomb snake is growing at a speed visible to the naked eye, the fleshy crown on the head gradually turns red, the body length finally stopped at about 15 meters, and it was struggling fiercely with great energy, but Tang San frowned. Brother, did you calculate the dosage wrong? The current age of this crested snake is about 3,000 years old, that everyone who had not yet come to their senses was shocked. 3,000 years. The limit of Oscar is 2,900 years. That's right, it's 3,000 years old. Tang Lan affirmed, it was just created using fire ginseng, so its strength hasn't caught up yet, so it will be easier to absorb. I will use Life's Soul Blue Silver Emperor again to absorb its soul power, vitality, and mental power, and reduce its state to the lowest point. Chapter 53 The Soul Bone Belongs to You. The man-faced spider appears. The show is about to begin. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Tang San was quite covetous of this soul bone in front of him. Tang Lan absorbed a piece of blue-silver right leg bone, and then awakened the blue-silver emperor. Then there was a surge of singing. Tang San thought that if he could be allowed to absorb this soul bone, can it also rise? Everyone noticed Tang San's expression, and they all felt unhappy. As a master, why are you trying to steal the opportunity from your apprentice? Oscar saw this in his eyes and fell silent. Tang San was his master and Tang Lan's younger brother. He, not qualified to fight, he just stepped back half a step, lowering his head and not looking at the soul bone. Tang San was certain in his heart, staring at Tang Lan without blinking. Brother. Give it to me quickly. Tang Lan sneered in his heart. What? No one is trying to snatch it from you, so you don't want to come forward to get it? Let him be the bad guy. Don't say it. If Tang San spoke directly, it would be hard for him to refuse, but since you are reserved, Tang Lan gave Tang San and I know you look. Under Tang San's expectant gaze, he slapped the soul bone into Oscar's hand. The original soup is transformed into the original food. It is best for you to absorb this soul bone. We will protect you. Oscar, Sigma, QQ winky face, Tang San, ha. This script is wrong. But now that the soul bones are in Oscar's hands, can Tang San still talk about it and ask for it back? Absorb it quickly. Tang Lan urged. The third son just indicated to me with his eyes that he must be his apprentice, but you can't live up to your master's kindness. Tang San, Fi, brother, are you serious? Dai Mubai and the others couldn't help laughing. Did Tang San mean this? It seems that even if they are brothers, there are times when they have the wrong meaning. The side also explains, Tang Lan didn't know Tang San's character at all, so he had this misunderstanding. At this point, Tang San couldn't open his mouth to fight, so he could only pretend to be generous and said. Xiao Ao, what are you waiting for? Just absorb it. Oscar looked surprised. He has already given up. Who would have thought that this soul bone could return to his hands? Thank you, Master. Thank you, Master. Thank you all. The host made Tang San lose the phoenix-tailed coxcomb snake's left leg bone, increasing his power to help Oscar steal a small amount of Tang San's luck. Reward, all soul bone years plus 600. Tang Lan was stunned. Then I understood, this phoenix-tailed coxcomb snake's left leg bone is by chance not included in the original work, but in the situation just now, it almost definitely belongs to Tang San. Therefore, being recognized by the system was Tang San's opportunity. Tang Lan can understand this, but the soul bone was absorbed by Oscar. How could it be regarded as stolen by Tang Lan? System, explain. Tang Lan tried to ask. Oscar sees Tang San's true face clearly, and it is no longer possible for him to help Tang San become a god. Oscar surrendered to his host and became a vassal. A vassal who seizes Tang San's opportunity can be converted into a reward at 50%. Oh. And what about this hidden setting? 50% reward, so it was originally necessary to add 1,200 years. Wait. Tang Lan's eyes widened. This is the universal soul bone age limit. The right foot of his external soul bone, the ancient tree of life, has been missed for another 600 years. No. We have to find an opportunity to quickly absorb this externally attached soul bone, but this process takes a long time, so we have to wait until tonight. Thinking room. Oscar also sat down cross-legged, placing his soul bone on his left leg, and the soul power emerged and intertwined together. Oscar's third soul ring lit up, as if passing some kind of verification. The soul bone directly turned into photons and merged into his left leg, just like when Tang Lan absorbed Lan Yin's right leg bone. He felt the same ease and ease. This is a sign of high fit. Next moment, Oscar opened his eyes in disbelief. 4,000 years. Oscar was shocked. The flying speed of the green wings of the flying mushroom sausage has increased to the level of a coxcomb snake that is 4,000 years old. Tang Lan nodded happily. Otherwise, how can you absorb it? This original soup can increase the amount of food. The effect of the fire wings has also been improved. Oscar exclaimed. The explosion multiplier has been increased to 4 times. The reduction time has been reduced to 7 times. Hold C. Xiao Wuji blurted out, your effect is comparable to that of a 5,000-year-old soul ring, right? Is this still the third soul ring? Xiao Wu sighed, is this the fourth soul ring for ordinary people? Uncle Tang is so powerful. Ning Ronron waved the flag and shouted. Tang Lan smiled and patted Tang San on the shoulder. Young man, you made the right decision. Let Xiao Ao absorb this soul bone, and the benefits will be maximized. Thank you, master. Oscar's flatterer followed. Tang San smiled awkwardly. It feels like being roasted on a fire. He quickly changed the subject. Xiao Ao, what is your soul bone skill? Oscar slapped his forehead. The third soul skill has been strengthened. I was so excited that I forgot to check the soul bone skill. Close your eyes and check. He opened his eyes happily. The soul bone skill of the left leg bone of the phoenix-tailed coxcomb comes from the meat comb of the phoenix-tailed coxcomb, and it's called hormone explosion. Normally, it absorbs my soul power, mental power, and vitality, and releases it all at once when I need it to restore my own state. The proportion is about 30%. Tang San was a little jealous. This is 30% physical condition, not 30% soul power. It is a cardiac tonic that can save a person's life when he is about to die. It is a trump card that can be used to fight to the death in desperate situations. He regretted a little. What kind of face did he want just now? If you directly ask Tang Lan for it, can you still deny it? So angry. But this is the end. It's useless no matter how angry Tang San is. He can't cut off Oscar's leg and take out the soul bone, right? I can only pretend that nothing is wrong, but Oscar still noticed that something was wrong with his master's mood. Quietly put away his smile. Don't get carried away and offend the master. Others also saw it and smiled in their hearts. This Tang San is really not a thing. He is worried about the opportunity of his apprentice. If he hadn't been Tang Lan's younger brother, he would have been kicked out of the team long ago. Very good. Tang Lan congratulated. Xiao Ao has this hormone burst soul bone skill, and if he becomes proficient in Lingbo Weibu, he should be able to protect himself at the same level. Chapter 54, 8 Spider Spears Exploded. Gather your natal soul rings. Page 12. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Tang Lan summoned the Life Soul Blue Silver Emperor and pulled it from a distance, including Dai Mubai and Zhao Wuji, who were leading the way. The seeds placed on everyone's bodies grew the Life Soul Blue Silver Emperor. The Life Soul Blue Silver Emperor thrown out by Tang Lan was linked to the same place, and the end was tied to the Lei Yan Haotian hammer. Then, Tang Lan saw golden light flashing all over his body, activated his Vajra indestructible body, and launched a Ling Tian strike, throwing the Lei Yan Haotian hammer in the opposite direction with all his strength. The people who were tied up by the Life Soul Blue Silver Emperor naturally flew out backwards and quickly moved away from the Titan Giant Ape. The Titan Ape paid no attention to the others. Check out your hand. Holding Xiao Wu in his hand, the Life Soul Blue Silver Emperor was easily torn off. What a coincidence. Xiao Wu and Tang San were linked to the same Life Soul Blue Silver Emperor. He was also torn off the Lei Yan Haotian hammer. Zhu Zhuqing, Ning Rongrong and others could only watch. Tang Lan and the others getting smaller. His eyes are full of emotion. The sect leader actually sacrificed himself to cut off the queen for them. They wanted to break away and go back to help Tang Lan. The toughness of the blue-silver emperor of the lifeless soul cannot be destroyed by them. Oscar reacted the fastest. He took out the flying mushroom sausage from his hand and the storage ring and threw them at Tang Lan. Seeing this, others followed suit. Xiao Wu roared angrily and was about to shatter the blue-silver emperor's life soul. Old Zhao. Tang Lan's voice came, I'm sure I can escape. Take them back to Tangmen Inn and wait for me. That this made Xiao Wu hesitate, wait for the reaction. They had already flown a considerable distance, and it was too late to go back for help. He could only accept the reality with a wry smile. I hope the sect master was not there to comfort him. Those who were in the way were sent away. The Titan giant ape also grabbed Xiao Wu, jumped on the spot and ran high into the sky, heading deep into the Star Dough forest. Tang Lan took out a flying mushroom sausage and ate it. Standing upright with green wings on his back, he said in a deep voice to Tang San below him. I have to chase Xiao Wu back. I want to see people alive and dead. My mistress, please leave me alone and go back. That after saying that, Qingyi turned into Firewing, dragged out the afterimage and chased the Titan giant ape. Tang San was left there, hesitant, neither chasing nor walking away. Seeing the flying mushroom intestines scattered on the ground, he picked up all the blue-silver grass. Dark place. Tang Lan also smiled when he saw Tang San's behavior through the blue-silver domain. Let's not mention Xiao Wu for now, she has nothing to deal with Tang San. But he has really taken care of this kid since he was a child. It's just that he hid it himself, so he couldn't benefit from it, in exchange for the results. It seemed that the only option was to start Plan B, to catch the man-faced demon spider and deliver it to Tang San. Getting ready for action, Tang San finally took action. After eating a flying mushroom sausage, he also activated his fire wings and chased after it. Oh. Are you actually chasing me? Do the math carefully. A flying mushroom sausage can only fly for about 30 seconds in the fire wing state. Previously, Oscar only had 3 stocks in stock for each person. 90 seconds of fire wings really can't do much, but the flying mushroom sausages that everyone left behind just now, plus the improvised ones, must be about 30 pieces. With these flying mushroom sausages, at least if you catch up, you won't be unable to escape. I wrongly blamed you, my mistress. 2. Although this guy is selfish, when Xiao Wu was caught in the original novel, he chased her like crazy. I am also his brother after all. In recent years, the PUA's status is no less than that of the original Xiao Wu. That would be easy. Use fire wings to burn trees along the way to lead Tang San. The path gradually moved away from the Titan ape, and they caught up with the mother and daughter of the man-faced spider who were scared away. Tang Lan calculated the time. Firewing just reached the time limit and fell to the ground. Make the 2 man-faced demon spiders happy. Is there any takeaway in the forest? The smaller 2,000-year-old man-faced demon spider opened its mouth and spit out a spider web. Brush. The life-soul blue-silver emperor protruded from the ground and turned into a wall to block the spider web. The larger 30,000-year-old man-faced demon spider roared cautiously and retreated with the little man-faced demon spider. Next moment, Tang San fell from the sky and landed next to Tang Lan. The human-faced demon spider. Tang San said solemnly, the nightmare of a small spirit beast, a life-devouring existence, with 100-year combat power comparable to that of a 1,000-year-old brother. We are in trouble. Tang Lan nodded. Are you okay with the little one? Tang Lan asked. It has already spewed spider webs once. The man-faced demon spider, which is less than 10,000 years old, can only spit out spider webs 3 times a day. Tang San didn't answer immediately, and watched carefully. The smaller one is 1.5 meters long, with 8 spear-like long legs about 3 meters long, and a black carapace all over its body. The tiles are bright. The age is around 2000, although Tang San's level was only 28, with firearms in hand. It wasn't like he couldn't fight, but it's the big man-faced devil spider. 30,000 years. Brother, I have no problem. Tang San said seriously, the big one is 30,000 years old, can you do it? Not sure. Tang Lan frowned and said, the 10,000-year-old man-faced demon spider has been able to use the spider god to possess me. I will try my best to hold it back. You can fight it quickly. Tang San's eyes sharpened. It seems that I have to go all out today. Tang San flew forward directly and killed the little man-faced demon spider. The double pupil of Tang Lan's left eye lit up, life was buried. The great man-faced demon spider was overwhelmed by the life-soul blue-silver emperor and predatorily devoured a small amount of energy, but Uzi flashed in Tang San's hand, but it didn't attack the little man-faced demon spider. Instead, aim at the lower abdomen of the man-faced demon spider, where there is a ferocious face with intertwined white lines, and its 8 small purple eyes are its vital points. Uzi fired the bullets at an angle, but the man-faced demon spider intercepted them all with its spider legs. The little man-faced devil spider screamed miserably. Sprayed out a spider web at Tang San again, trying to stop him from continuing to attack. Tang San seemed to be attacking the big man-faced demon spider, but his attention was always on the little man-faced demon spider. Before it opens its mouth, he stepped on the ghostly shadow and ducked a few meters away. He narrowly missed the spider web. The little man-faced demon spider immediately caught up with Tang San and stared at Tang San, determined to smash the food that hurt his mother into pieces. The adult man-faced demon spider had a much higher IQ and could tell that Tang San was deliberately luring the little man-faced demon spider away. The sharp spider legs cut into the life-soul blue-silver emperor. I thought it could be easily cut open, but I didn't want to just cut into half. Only by exerting force again can we get out of trouble. But Tang Lan has also completed the release of his soul skills. Chapter 55 strengthens fusion. God is not afraid even when he comes. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The 4th soul skill is, Soul Seed Puppet. The soul seed is condensed, enters the body of life through blood and breath, and takes root in the soul. Previously, Tang Lan can also control the tiny barbs of the life-soul blue-silver emperor to enter the enemy's body from the wound as seeds, but because of the weak signal, there aren't many operations that can be done, and if it leaves a certain distance, it will be eliminated by the human body due to loss of control. But the soul type is different. It has hidden abilities that can be buried deep in the soul, devouring the soul power that escapes in daily life. It maintains its own activity and is almost undetectable. The operating space is also much larger. For example, swallowing a small amount of soul power will slow down the target's cultivation speed. For example, if you continue to devour your mental power, you will have low energy in the short term, and you will be stuck in a bottleneck for a long time and be unable to break through. For example, by constantly devouring vitality, the body becomes increasingly weak, the life of the soul ring decreases, and cell activity declines. But the most direct means of attack is or let the soul seed grow explosively from the body, directly pierce the enemy's internal organs, and finally explode. Get this set, even if a tidal Douluo comes, if he doesn't dodge carelessly, he may be killed, and with the help of the special induction of blue-silver grass, the target parasitized by the soul seed can sense the approximate location of the soul seed even if it is far away from the 2 ends of the continent. I really can't escape, I can't fight. He can only become Tang Lan's puppet and be at his mercy. You deserve the name of a soul species puppet. Tang Lan nodded with satisfaction. The release conditions are harsh, but the benefits are also extremely high. Not bad. Looking outside through the blue-silver field, Xiao Wu was also there. Is this the end of the reunion with Ming? Was the Titan ape nearby during this period? Tang Lan felt relieved. The 8 spider spears with attached soul bones were taken out from the Blue King. System, I want to extract the attached soul bone, the ancient tree of life's right foot. A green ball of light emerged, and inside was a round and round green right foot, with no shadow of trees at all. Tang Lan didn't go into details. A snake can explode its leg bones, but what's wrong with a tree condensing its souls? First, press the right sole of the ancient tree of life onto the right foot, then he quickly thrust the 8 spider spear into his back. Tang Lan directly wandered to the outer world, isolating most of the pain perception. Looking left and right, Tang San and Xiao Wu looked at each other with disgust. Start thinking about what's next, although leave Shrek. But the elites of all continents' advanced Soul Master Academies still have to participate. Don't say anything else, Tang San scolded. Condensed spiritual wisdom is one of the championship prizes. This opportunity must be grabbed. Although the age is neither high nor low, it is about 50,000 years. but this head soul bone and the vast sea universe cover, which is the heart of Poseidon, can be integrated into one. The potential is extraordinary. As for the number of years, with the system in place, it's not a big problem. There is also the illusion wisdom skull left behind after being counterattacked during the sneak attack on Tang San, which is also a good opportunity. There are a few girls who are good, whether they have sex with them or not, they are also good at teasing, and the premise of all this, Tang Lan and the others had to enroll in the Advanced Soul Master Academy to be eligible to compete for the championship. He had considered this before leaving Shrek. Build your own high-level Soul Master Academy. This is one of the reasons why he released the Tang Sect Encyclopedia. Resources are also readily available. Use Tang San to lure Yu Xiaogang, let him and Lu Erlong recognize each other, and swallow up Lanba Academy as the basic base. By the way, from Tai Long's line, we can find the Force clan. Their clan leader, Tai Tan, was very loyal. Because his master Tang Hao was expelled from the Haotian sect, he chose to lead his people to break away from the Haotian sect. After recognizing that Tang San was Tang Hao's son, as a contra, he recognized his master without hesitation. With the family background of the Li clan, he helped Tang San establish the Tang clan, and was also responsible for forging hidden weapons. With his help, the cooperation with Tiando Empire and Qibao Glazed sect can also be carried out smoothly. What followed was smooth sailing. Tang Lan couldn't help but praise himself for his ability to integrate resources. The host obtained the 8 spider spears, causing Tang San to lose his future super artifact. Steal a lot of Tang San's luck. Reward, enhanced fusion of homogeneous soul bones. Homogeneous soul bones. Strengthen integration. What reward is this? Just wondering. Tang Lan, who was wandering in the sky, felt a sharp pain. The source of severe pain is right leg. The rich breath of life wrapped around his right leg. Let the right foot of the ancient tree of life with the attached soul bone be fused with the blue-silver right leg bone to become a brand new soul bone. And, the blue-silver right leg bone, which was originally just a calf bone, grew upward into a thigh bone, bit by bit pushing against his original bone. The bone-grinding pain is simply torture. But Tang Lan was overjoyed. This is obviously a good thing. If it hurts, just grit your teeth and endure it. The right leg bone stopped growing after it connected with the ice jade scorpion tail. Together with the right foot of the ancient tree of life, which has attached soul bone, it forms a complete soul bone of the right leg. Tang Lan hurriedly checked the 2 soul bones. Wrong. The blue-silver right leg bone and the right foot of the ancient life tree have become one. It is considered a piece of soul bone, but the number of soul bone skills has not changed. It is still 2. After checking the soul bone skills, he grinned in surprise. The soul bone skills are still flying and regeneration, but they have all received epic enhancements. Soul bone skill 1 flying, grants the ability to fly. You can consume your life force to activate the blood escape technique and escape at the speed of light regardless of all restrictions. Originally, the flying speed of the soul bone skill was a flaw. It is not useful when facing the same level. High-level ones can't win. As a soul bone skill with 100,000-year-old soul bone, it is very embarrassing, but it's understandable. After all, the blue-silver emperor was rooted underground 100,000 years ago, not good at flying. Now that we have the perfect solution, we can directly use the ultimate move, blood escape. Ignore all restrictions. No barriers, realms, or killing places can trap him. Escape at the speed of light. Even if God comes, don't even think about chasing him. Gee! Douluo continent is so big, is there anyone who can kill him? But, this soul bone skill is just an add-on. Soul bone skill 2 regeneration. All parts of the body can grow extremely quickly. Resurrection upon death. Afterwards, the soul bone cools down, absorbs a large amount of vitality and recovers. Resurrection. That's an extra life. And it's not a one-time thing, it can be restored by absorbing the life force after resurrection. This is difficult for the average person. This is what the blue-silver emperor of the life-saving soul does. In addition, the extremely rapid growth of regeneration includes all parts, head, heart, spine and even soul rings and soul bones. In other words, Tang Lan no longer has the so-called fatal injury, only whether his vitality is enough to regenerate. There is only one way to kill him: drain the vitality of his body. The most outrageous is, soul rings and soul bones can also be regenerated extremely quickly. Needless to say, the soul ring has an epic level of enhancement. Soul bones, Tang San's 8 spider spears in the original work were broken every once in a while, and when they grew back they became even stronger. With this regeneration soul bone skill, Tang Lan can also brush out the high-strength 8 spider spears in a short period of time. This reward is incredible. Blood escape technique plus resurrection. Even if God Shura comes, I will not be afraid at all. This new soul bone is called the right leg bone of the blue-silver Emperor of Life. Since then, the soul bone in his right leg is considered to have graduated, the two soul bones are fused, and the years are also superimposed, which is 123,354 years. It's enough until you become a god. Tang Lan shifted his attention and looked at the 8 spider spears behind him. Chapter 56 Tang San's Jealousy. Drive Xiao Wu away. You are listening at novelfull.audio. As a 2,000-year-old external soul bone, its growth rate is also buggy. After summoning the 8 spider spears, first strengthen all statuses by 50% and speed up by 50%. It's sharp and has barbs attached, and it's also poisonous. Equipped with powerful jumping and climbing abilities, it can ignore most geographical factors. That's not enough, it also comes with an active soul bone skill, Devour. Swallow the target's soul power and replenish yourself 100%. Coupled with the devouring of the life soul blue-silver Emperor, the transformation of the immortal seal, and the 9 yang divine art, it is endless. Good guy. This is a perpetual motion machine. In addition, the soul bone technique also swallows all toxins and stores them in the 8 spider spears to enhance its own toxicity. Is this the attached soul bone from 2000? 20 years old is almost the same. But now, this plug-in, which is suspected to be sent by God Shura, belongs to Tang Lan. Since then, all gains are absorbed. Tang Lan untied the life soul blue-silver Emperor that was used to cover it, naked to the waist and carrying the 8 spider spears on his back. Xiao Wu appeared in front of them. Ah! Why aren't you wearing any clothes? Xiao Wu exclaimed. Tang San's eyes were fixed on the 8 spider spears, spider legs of the man-faced spider. Soul bone. Exploded soul bone again. Tang San couldn't accept it, he also killed a man-faced spider. Why did Tang Lan's soul bone explode, but his didn't? This is not fair. Tang San was roaring crazily in his heart, even his eyes were bloodshot and red. Tang Lan just pretended not to see it. Arriving in front of 2 human-faced demon spiders, the 8 spider spears pierced their corpses and activated the soul bone skill Devour. The power of the same origin was directly absorbed by the 8 spider spears, causing its lifespan to skyrocket. Eat and wipe clean. The age of the 8 spider spears has arrived, 34,572 years. The age of lossless transformation into the human-faced demon spider is the best choice for the evolution of the 8 spider spears' externally attached soul bone. Interestingly, because the 8 spider spears were produced from the little man-faced demon spider, absorbing its corpse only added a fraction of 72 years, the remaining 32,500 years all come from the great man-faced demon spider. The enhancement attached to the soul bone increased accordingly, reaching an astonishing 84.5%. 1% increase every 1,000 years. Then in 150 years, wouldn't it be possible to increase by %? Good guy. To know, this is just the passive brought by the 8 spider spears, not the soul bone skill. It is indeed a plug-in sent by God Shura, but it is a bug. Kakaka, the 8 spider spear's body surface was covered with cracks, and its purple-black shell fell off like a molted skin, revealing its jet-black new skin. The 2 pairs of spider spears in the middle have become thicker, but the 2 pairs of spider spears, upper and lower, seem to have not been opened, protecting Tang Lan's shoulders and waist. It looks more coordinated. This is the new direction that the 8 spider lances evolved based on Tang Lan's human habits, 4 for offense and 4 for defense. There is no need for Tang Lan to be too distracted by controlling the 8 spider spears. It can also take into account critical defense. Although he no longer mentioned vital points, but this is just the first evolution, so don't rush it, at this time. Brother Tang San said tremblingly, "Are you a soul bone?" Tang Lan glanced at Tang San, the eyes were bloodshot and red, filled with jealousy. Tang San also realized this and didn't dare to look at Tang Lan. It's a soul bone. Tang Lan narrowed his eyes and smiled. It is still a more precious external soul bone. It is rarer than normal soul bones. It has the ability to grow and is considered the best soul bone. Tang San, the blood in the eyes was almost bursting from the blood vessels and spurting out. Your soul bone is just a soul bone, but you also have an external soul bone. You still have to be heart-wrenching when you kill people, don't be too outrageous. Seeing Tang San being so aroused, Tang Lan stopped stimulating, put away the 8 spider spears. He took out his shirt from the Blue King and put it on, looking into the big eyes behind Xiao Wu's fingers. Still want to see it? Xiao Wu shook her head in panic. Who saw it? Tang Lan didn't expose it either, he said to Tang San, "Little Sanzi, while you are waiting here, Xiao Wu and I have something to say." Tang San nodded silently. Tang Lan pulled Xiao Wu and came 100 meters away. What a coincidence, that I met 2 soft-bone rabbits, having sex. Tang Lan couldn't help but take a few more glances, but Xiao Wu seemed to have misunderstood something. "Brother, don't stay here. Can we do it after we go back?" Tang Lan returned a puzzled look, looking at Xiao Wu's blushing face. I suddenly realized. "Okay. What are you thinking about?" Xiao Wu also reacted, and even her neck turned red with embarrassment. Tang Lan chose to change the topic. "Xiao Wu, you should stay in the Star Do forest from now on." Xiao Wu, oh. Her eyes turned red and she stared at Tang Lan stubbornly. "Brother. I'm not that casual. I followed my mother since I was a child, and later practiced with De Ming and Er Ming, drank the lake of life, and soon reached 100,000 years. During this period, the only people of the opposite sex around me were De Ming and Er Ming. But they are just ordinary friends. Anyway. I've never done anything like that. Brother, don't leave me. I can do anything." Big tears fell from Xiao Wu's eyes, and her rabbit ears drooped aggrievedly on her head. The small hands held Tang Lan's clothes, fearing that he would leave directly. This is really panicking. Tang Lan was a little surprised, but then he understood. No wonder Xiao Wu is so innocent, her social circle is so small. He raised his hand to wipe away Xiao Wu's tears and smiled helplessly. "You should just listen to what I have to say. It's still too late to cry. When I go back this time, I plan to go to Tiando City to establish an academy, and the Tang sect's headquarters will also be placed there. As the capital of the Tiando Empire, there must be titled Douluo. Your identity will then be." Tang Lan took out the 30,000-year-old fire ginseng. "You are now level 37. You should be able to reach level 45 after taking it. In 2 months, I will bring you the grass jelly again and let you reach level 50. By then you will be able to completely transform into a human being and stay with me forever." This is how Xiao Wu burst into laughter, then he ran into Tang Lan's arms and cried loudly. Tang San, 100 meters away, tensed up. "Miss. This is the Star Forest. There has only been a ferocious beast like the Titan ape. Are you crying so loudly that you're not afraid of bringing it back?" Xiao Wu and Tang Lan were not worried. The Titan giant ape is standing guard nearby. Which spirit beast dares to come and die? After a comforting meal, Xiao Wu also accepted the reality, stood up on tiptoes and kissed Tang Lan directly on the lips. It was just a goodbye kiss, but Tang Lan held his head down and started a verbal exchange. "Just let her go." Put the 30,000-year-old fire spirit ginseng into Xiao Wu's arms. Tang Lan turned around and left coolly, until Tang Lan passed Tang San. Xiao Wu only stared at him affectionately without raising her heels. Tang San was stunned. "No. You have been inseparable for the past 6 years, why are they suddenly going their separate ways?" "Little third son." Tang Lan called. Tang San didn't hesitate and followed Tang Lan. I even felt a little secretly happy in my heart. because of the first spirit ring, Xiao Wu always disliked Tang San. How strong is Tang San's self-esteem? Simply ignore Xiao Wu, but Xiao Wu kept clinging to Tang Lan. As a result, Tang San couldn't go directly to Tang Lan many times. It made Tang San feel like having been robbed of love. I don't like seeing Xiao Wu even more, although I don't know why. Brother and Xiao Wu have to part ways, but for him, this is a good thing. From now on, he has his brother's love all to himself. Chapter 57 Yu Xiaogang appears. Test the soul seed. You are listening at Novelfull.audio. It is difficult to go deep into the Star Do forest, but easy to get out. Tang Lan opened the blue-silver domain and disguised himself and Tang San as the aura of blue-silver grass. Then there is the mental power scanning to bypass the high-level 10,000-year soul beast. The other little guys were all tied up by Tang Lan. Life is buried and plundered, spiritual power feeds the eyes, and soul power is released to bury life and save it again. Occasionally, if you encounter a low-level 10,000-year soul beast, you can still use the fourth soul skill to test the parasitic ability of the soul seed. Only one soul seed can be created at a time, and its existence time is as short as 30 seconds, but as long as the target has a wound, the Life Soul Blue-Silver Emperor can wrap it around and send soul seeds into the body from the blood. It can slowly absorb soul power and maintain its own existence. Once the opponent uses soul power, it will parasitize the soul quietly, but if there is no wound, it just enters the body through breathing. That's a lot of restrictions. First, the soul seeds must be sent to the opponent's body. Moreover, the opponent cannot use soul power to protect his body, nor can he be possessed by a martial soul, nor can he use the martial soul's true body. Only then can it enter the human body along the air and between breaths. The requirements are extremely demanding, but compared to the terrifying effect of soul seeds, it is understandable. Tang Lan also made an unexpected discovery. The right leg bone of the blue-silver Emperor of Life has also inherited the evolutionary characteristics of the attached soul bone, and can continue to absorb vitality and increase its lifespan. Although because the age is too high, the vitality required every year is extremely huge. Maybe evolution is always good, the useless vitality originally absorbed by the Life Soul Blue-Silver Emperor. All of a sudden it became a piece of cake. It needs to be used for regeneration, resurrection, and evolution. Under such demand, wherever Tang Lan passed, a bunch of soul beasts would be sucked dry, and they would lie weak and dead on the ground. Other soul beasts found this place. The timid ones will turn around and run away, while the bold ones will start the self-service mode. In the Star Forest, a mysterious legend was left behind. After one day, Tang Lan looked at the Star Do forest. Reluctantly, not wanting to leave, this daytime, his 8 spider spears absorbed some of the toxins and improved for about 300 years. Although the right leg bone of the blue-silver Emperor of Life absorbed a large amount of vitality, it only improved for about 52 years. What's exaggerated is the double pupils. The spiritual power of each soul beast is exclusive to it. It has improved by a full 6,100 years. The age exceeded 10,000 years and came to 12074. The soul bone evolved again and opened the third skill slot. Moreover, the scope of copying also increases the self-created soul skills of others. That is, if Tang Hao were here now, Tang Lan would be able to save 3 rounds of exploding rings. Tang San's purple demon eyes, controlling cranes and capturing dragons, etc. are also within the scope of copying. This gave Tang Lan some taste. Want to see if the 2-year-old double pupils will evolve again? But no. Xiao Wuji and the others were still waiting at the Tangmen Inn. A day and a half has passed. If we delay any longer, they will come back and fight. If we can't protect everything, then there will be trouble. We can only rush back to stabilize the situation, then go to Tiando City to lay the foundation, and then go to the Sunset Forest to devour them. There is also a man-faced demon spider over there. Although it is only 6,000 years old, mosquito legs are still meat no matter how small they are. As for the one in the Star Do forest, the man-faced Spider King who is over 5 years old. Keep it for now. When the 8 spider spears are about to impact the artifact, kill them and absorb them. Thinking about it, Tang Lan and Tang San ran all the way, and finally arrived at the Tangmen Inn as night fell. The weird thing is, there was no one watching outside, so close, a fierce quarrel could also be heard inside. I told you. In that situation, it was too late to call back for help. Xiao Wuji roared angrily, I was originally going to sacrifice myself to cover the evacuation of these little monsters. It was the sect master who was sure to escape, so he sent us away. Tang Lan stopped, Tang San also listened attentively. Then why don't you go back and look for people after they are sent out of the Star Forest? Someone said angrily, Xiao San and Xiao Lan are extremely talented. Letting them stay here to break up the family will be a loss for the entire continent. That this is what I said. Master, even if you are Tang San's master, you are not qualified to accuse Hall Master Zhao. Dai Mubai said coldly, if the master chooses to let us go, then he must be sure to escape. Are you sure? Flanders asked loudly, it's just a four-ring soul sect that hasn't even obtained the fourth soul ring. How sure is it that it can escape from the hands of a 10-year-old Titan giant ape? That there was a lot of quarreling inside, Tang Lan could tell, it was Yu Xiaogang and Flender who came after them. They heard about the Titan ape and blamed Xiao Wuji for mishandling it, probably. In Yu Xiaogang's heart, the lives of everyone present are not worth a Tang San who can verify his theory, right? As for Tang Lan. Yu Xiaogang once regarded Tang Lan as one he had trained, how could one not be angry when such a masterpiece was destroyed? Tang Lan also smiled, looking at Tang San, he mentally connected to the sound transmission. Xia Sanzi, do you think Teacher Yu is right? What happened when Tang San joined forces with the Star Do Forest, regardless of whether Xiao Wuji sent Dai Mubai and others away, he turned back to look for the two of them, it was still at that time that he went to rescue the two people regardless of everything, neither is the best choice, because all the flying mushroom sausages were thrown on the ground and let Tang San pick them up. Tang Lan and the two of them used fire wings to travel all the way. How far is the journey? Oscar couldn't produce so many flying mushroom sausages in a short period of time, wait until they arrive. Tang Lan and Tang San have both obtained soul rings and are about to leave the Star Do Forest. If they are in the middle, that he met other high-level soul beasts, and even the Titan giant ape who lost Xiao Wu, that's the big trouble. But as Yu Xiaogang's disciple, Tang San, like Oscar, couldn't make too many comments, I can only respond. The teacher didn't know the situation at that time, so it's normal that he couldn't make an accurate choice. And he just cares about us. Tang Lan chuckled, not wanting to dwell too much on this. He raised his hand and pushed open the door of Tang Men in. Boom, the quarrel in the house has stopped. Tang San and the two men looked at the door together, with surprise in their eyes. Metropolitan. Sect Master, you are back. Uncle Tang, you're okay, that's great. Ning Rongrong was the first to bear the brunt and rushed towards Tang Lan's arms. Tang Lan dodged and dodged. Ning Rongrong took small steps, turned around like a roly-poly, and stabilized her figure. He turned around and looked at Tang Lan resentfully, but other people also came over at this time, caring and asking about Tang Lan's situation. As for Tang San, Xiao Wuji, who was outnumbered, was pushed aside. Tang San. Fortunately, Yu Xiaogang and Flanders came over and looked around Tang San. After confirming that nothing was serious, they all let out a long breath. Xiao San, how did you escape? Yu Xiaogang asked, that is a 10-year-old Titan ape, you. Tang San didn't know where to start. I am organizing language. Then Zhu Zhuqing said coldly, where is Xiao Wu? Everyone was quiet again. Yes. Where is Xiao Wu? Didn't you go to save her? Is it? They all looked at Tang Lan, waiting for explanation. Tang Lan said about this. Chapter 58 Yu Xiaogang robbed someone. Soul seed parasitism. Add more information, page 12. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Don't worry, Xiao Wu is fine, Tang Lan explained. It's just that she's a little homesick after experiencing this life and death. She wants to go back and have a look first. After a while, I will pick her up. Don't worry, everyone. Having said that, everyone looked at each other, not knowing whether to believe it or not. After all, that is a 10-year-old soul beast. Or a strange species among soul beasts, the Titan ape. Brother is right, Tang San proved. We were stopped by two man-faced demon spiders on the road. After a fierce battle, we absorbed their soul rings. Xiao Wu came back on her own in the middle. According to what she said, the Titan ape grabbed her and ran towards the forest. Not far away, there was a roar of a cow. The Titan ape seemed very nervous. He just threw Xiao Wu away and ran away. Everyone was speechless for a while. Too lucky, right? Then came doubt. What soul beast's cry can make the Titan giant ape panic? Zhao Wuji asked puzzledly. Yu Xiaogang stepped forward confidently and was about to speak. It should be the azure bull python. Tang Lan said firmly, in the Star Do forest, if we say that the Titan giant ape is the king, then the azure bull python is the king. Yu Xiaogang's face froze after he was robbed of his lines. What's even more outrageous is, Zhao Wuji and others did not question it, but nodded in sudden realization. This made Yu Xiaogang realize that something was wrong. The information about the azure bull python was what he saw in the spirit hall. It's impossible for ordinary people to know. Do they believe Tang Lan's words? Something is very wrong. And also, how did Tang Lan know? About to ask a question, just listen to Tang Lan continue. This time, the mistress and I are a blessing in disguise, and we have gained a lot. Yu Xiaojiang's attention was immediately drawn and he looked at Tang San. Tang San was not very happy. He released the blue and silver grass martial spirit, and white, yellow and purple spirit rings rose under his feet. At that time, I faced a 2,000-year-old man-faced demon spider alone. I had to take 10,000-year fire ginseng to kill it desperately. Teacher, you also know how precious the man-faced demon spider is. It's rare to find it. So I didn't wait for the whale gum to increase in age, and absorbed its soul ring through higher levels. Teacher, do you know whale glue? Fortunately, with my brother's help, there was no problem. Yu Xiaogang frowned when he heard this. He heard from Flanders about whale glue. This matter, he really doesn't know, so I selectively ignored it. The man-faced demon spider was indeed precious, and Tang San's choice was right, but the third soul ring is 2,000 years old. Or is it the year 2000 of the man-faced spider? This directly broke his theory and exceeded the limit of the third soul ring, 1760. And from what Tang San meant, Tang Lan also contributed to this. About to ask a question, Flanders suddenly said, my little brother, your level is extremely dangerous to deal with the 2000 man-faced demon spider. Tang Lan, are you just watching from the side? That this is deliberately stirring up trouble. Yu Xiaogang also followed this trick and looked at Tang Lan displeased. As an older brother, actually. It's not my problem. Tang San said quickly, my opponent at that time was a 30,000-year-old man-faced demon spider. Flanders. Yu Xiaogang. Others, __. Hiss. 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 Good guy. A 30,000-year-old man-faced demon spider. Compared to the level of a soul master, he is a sixth-ring soul emperor. And the man-faced demon spider is the same alien species as the Titan giant ape, and it can survive for thousands of years. The 30,000-year-old man-faced demon spider, even the seven-ringed soul saint may not be able to kill him. As a result, Tang Lan, a level 40 soul master with 3 soul rings, was killed. This is much more shocking than Tang San killing the man-faced demon spider in 2000. Flanders chose to play dead and stand back. Yu Xiaojiang's worldview was shattered and he fell into a downtime. The brain is in turmoil. It's also a trick. Tang Lan said modestly, at that time, the young man killed the small man-faced demon spider first, and the big man-faced demon spider tried his best to get a hammer from me and went back to save the little man-faced demon spider. I found an opportunity to explode, and then used Barrett to hit the eye on its lower abdomen to complete the kill. The mistress is still awesome. After everyone heard this, they were a little more accepting, but Tang Lan was able to hold back the 30,000-year-old man-faced demon spider and seize the opportunity to kill it with one strike. Everyone present, including Flanders, felt ashamed. Then Sect Master, what soul skills have you obtained? Zhu Zhuqing asked. Tang Lan smiled mysteriously. He waved to Zhu Zhuqing to come over. Zhu Zhuqing took a step forward, the double pupil of Tang Lan's left eye lit up, and then there was no movement. Zhu Zhuqing looked at Tang Lan, who smiled back. the two just stared at each other, neither of them moving. Half a minute later, Ning Rongrong couldn't help but said, "So Uncle Tang, what is your fourth soul skill?" "It has been released." Tang Lan said mysteriously, "Zhu Qing, don't you feel it?" Zhu Qing frowned in confusion and was about to shake his head. Suddenly, she felt that the soul power in her body suddenly lost some. She tensed her body vigilantly. The soul power continues to decrease, just like there is a gap in the body, but no matter how Zhu Qing searched, he couldn't find the source. But it's certain, this ability to swallow soul power is exactly the same as the life soul blue silver emperor. Zhu Qing even had a premonition. If Tang Lan wanted to, her mental power and vitality will also be devoured. It's really a terrifying soul skill. Zhu Qing commented, "I didn't notice it at all, and I got hit." The conversation between the two was like a riddle, leaving everyone scratching their heads. So what exactly is this fourth soul skill? Are you curious? Tang Lan said with a smile, "Then you should also feel it." The life soul blue silver emperor martial soul emerged, and the four yellow, purple and purple soul rings were beating. After being disguised, the fourth soul ring is like a broken light bulb, flickering, but there was no movement. Everyone's eyes widened, but they still found nothing, still confused, until as their soul power continued to drain away, their expressions changed. "Why did you get tricked?" The look in Tang Lan's eyes became even weirder. Only Flanders felt vaguely that something was wrong. Chapter 59, Angry at Yu Xiaogang. When you are tired, destroy it. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Xiao San, please follow me back to Shrek Academy. The atmosphere at the scene suddenly changed. Everyone in the Tang clan, headed by Xiao Wuji, came to a tacit agreement to stand behind Tang Lan and express their position. Yu Xiaogang stood side by side with Flanders, full of confidence. His disciples must listen to him, but the fact is, Tang San hesitated again. Reason told him, only by following Tang Lan can you get the most benefits, and you will have more freedom than following Yu Xiaogang. Not to mention, there are still a lot of things in Tang's sect that he is interested in researching. Even if you don't consider these, Tang San and Tang Lan had been inseparable since he was a child, and they finally survived until Xiao Wu left and could be doted on by his brother alone. Give up now. Stupid decision, but the futile thinking of the old era made him a bit foolishly loyal. The teacher's order cannot be violated, it is engraved in the bones, so he hesitated. Neither did he want to give up Tang Lan's good qualities, nor did he want to be a disobedient disciple who disobeyed his master's orders. Tang San could only choose, casting a look for help at Tang Lan. "Brother, be the bad guy." Tang Lan also smiled, "You little brat, you've taken all the benefits, and you don't want to suffer any losses? Then you will suffer a big loss." Tang Lan said seriously, "Master, I also respectfully call you master. Let me ask you, do you want to rely on your mistress to practice your 10 core competitivenesses in martial arts?" That Yu Xiaojiang's stiff face became even harder. He saw a wave of, from Tang Lan's body, disdain. "Very good. No matter who comes today, Tang San is his disciple and must listen to him. I do have this intention." Yu Xiaojiang said confidently, "As long as he follows my preset route, his future achievements will be limitless." Tang Lan just smiled and didn't refute. Let Yu Xiaojiang fully feel the silent ridicule. "Master, do you know that there are many loopholes in your theory?" Tang Lan asked. Yu Xiaojiang's face turned serious. He can accept others calling him useless, after all, it is irrefutable, but this theory is his last pride, and he will never allow anyone to trample on it. About to attack, Flender, however, pulled Yu Xiaojiang and shook his head to signal not to be impulsive. Having read the Tang sect encyclopedia, he knew that Yu Xiaojiang would be humiliating himself if he argued now, but Flanders knows, Yu Xiaojiang doesn't. Being overwhelmed, he immediately threw Flanders away. He said angrily, "Then tell me, what's wrong with my theory?" Flanders closed his eyes. It was over. Tang Lan also smiled, asked, "The first of the 10 core competitivenesses of Wuhuan is that the size of soul power is directly proportional to the quality of Wuhuan, right?" Yu Xiaojiang nodded proudly. He also gave an example. "Your own twin martial soul proves this point." "Very confident." "That's right. Tang Lan nodded and said, according to what you said, the blue lightning Tyrannosaurus, as the world's #1 beast martial spirit, should be the reason for the innate soul power, right? Yu Xiaogang simply nodded. Then here's the problem. Anyone who owns the blue electric Tyrannosaurus Rex should be born with full soul power. But master, you should know better than me. The same blue electric Tyrannosaurus Rex has high and low innate soul power. Even master yourself, due to the mutation of your martial soul, your innate soul power is only half a level. Master, how should I explain this? Yu Xiaogang was stunned for a moment, but he still retorted, the same martial soul also has different quality differences, so the innate soul power will be different. My problem is the degradation caused by the mutation of the martial soul, which is a special case. It's finally come full circle. But it's a pity, Tang Lan has a sure kill. I suppose you are right. So what happened to the mistress's innately full soul power of blue silver grass? Tang Lan asked again. Yu Xiaogang frowned, he looked at the people present and felt quite unhappy. Can Tang San's twin martial spirits be mentioned casually? Tang Lan didn't need him to answer, looking directly at Tang San, he asked, Little Sanzi, tell me yourself, how did you get your innate soul power? Tang San. Didn't you say that you would be the bad guy? Why did you kick the ball back? How much Tang San's innate soul power was, he still didn't know. It was all cultivated bit by bit using the Shantian technique. Does it have anything to do with the quality of martial souls? Xiao San, tell me what's going on. Yu Xiaogang said confidently, as long as you uphold the truth and have a clear conscience. Good guy. And provoke Tang San to tell the truth. Tang San laughed bitterly, he definitely couldn't lie deliberately for Yu Xiaogang's sake, then we can only. I don't know how much innate soul power I have, but it's definitely not full. I have understood it. It is similar to my 9-yang magic skill, and I have practiced it bit by bit. In a word, everyone except Tang Lan stared. Yu Xiaogang was stunned, confused, and his worldview was shattered. His theory turned out to be wrong. Flanders, Zhu Zhuqing and others were surprised. How could one be born with full soul power and cultivate it later in life? Is that still called innate full soul power? But some people have particularly peculiar concerns. Ning Rongrong blurted out, I remember that Uncle Tang, your innate soul power is level 3, right? This is the innate soul power level that Tang Lan deliberately concealed and left behind, but others don't know. He immediately gave Yu Xiaogang a heavy blow. Tang Lan's martial soul quality was undoubted, but this innate soul power, there is definitely something wrong with his theory. But now no one cares about him, they are all staring at Tang San strangely. Co-author, you know how to improve your innate soul power, but you practice it secretly without telling your brother? Tang San looked ashamed and was unable to refute. It was Tang Lan who came forward. How old was the mistress at the time? I guess I didn't even understand what was going on. I didn't say it was normal. He looked at Tang San, his eyes full of trust. If the mistress had the sense at that time and now, she would definitely not be stingy about sharing. After all, we are brothers. How could you be so selfish? Tang San felt even more embarrassed when he was told this. He was really not an ignorant boy at that time. He had the soul of an adult living in his body, but because of the sect mentality, I chose to keep it secret. Now it seems that really a bit selfish. Others didn't know the inside story, so they didn't continue to investigate in detail. Turning to look at Yu Xiaogang, Master, continue the debate. Yu Xiaogang was speechless. How can I argue with this? His apprentice came forward to testify in person, and he didn't even have a chance to cheat. He could only say with difficulty, let's just say that my first theory is not comprehensive, but the other theories are definitely no problem. Good guy. Tang Lan is such a good guy. This guy has the toughest mouth in his whole body, right? Zhu Zhu said calmly, since the bottleneck of the soul ring cannot prevent the soul master from improving his soul power, why doesn't anyone directly upgrade to a title Douluo and then get the soul ring? Maybe it will last 100,000 years. Tang Lan looked at Zhu Zhuqing in surprise. It is really rare for the ice girl, who usually cherishes her words like gold, to say such a long paragraph at once, the effect is also sharp. He directly criticized Yu Xiaogang for being autistic. Tang Lan also questioned him in the same way at the beginning. Seeing this, Ning Rongrong was not willing to be outdone and said, "The amplification effect of the martial spirit's true form is directly proportional to the quality of the martial spirit itself. Isn't this nonsense? Otherwise, why are they divided into upper 3 sects and lower 4 sects? Why should the Qibao glazed pagoda be the world's #1 auxiliary weapon spirit? Is this also considered a theory you are studying, that Yu Xiaogang continues to be autistic? Master, you said there are no useless martial souls, only useless soul masters. So, are those with 0 innate soul power all useless?" Dai Mubai took advantage of the victory and pursued him. Tang Lan used this sentence to criticize Yu Xiaogang, but he couldn't explain it either. Seeing this, Oscar was eager to give it a try, but after taking a look at Tang San, who looked ugly, he retreated again. Yu Xiao just looks like that is his master here. Zhao Waoqi doesn't have this worry, he has to stand up and speak out, otherwise he will appear to be unsociable. Master, your martial soul mimicry theory shows that as early as in the soul master world, there were plant soul masters who had absorbed animal soul rings. It works the other way around too. I met a few when I was young, but their martial arts are generally not strong, so their popularity is not high. This shouldn't be considered your theory, but rather the knowledge points you summarized. Yu Xiaogang's face jumped. This is indeed an individual case that he accidentally discovered when he traveled to the mainland. You relied on your popularity to use it as your own theory. Did you think you would fall into a trap today? Seeing his proud theory being questioned at every turn, Yu Xiaogang couldn't help but feel sad, and felt that life was just like that, tired, destroy it, don't want. Chapter 60. Even if I scold you, it will be used by me. Card Bug Brush 8 Spider Spear. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Just when Yu Xiaogang was about to give up treatment, don't want, Tang Lan actually spoke up for him. Hey! You can't question the master's dedication. He systematically compiled this knowledge, most of which is accessible only to nobles and aristocratic families. If you can sell this book, it will break the knowledge barrier and benefit countless soul masters. Yu Xiaogang was shocked. This is Tang Lan, are you talking to him? This. Yu Xiaogang was a little moved and felt a little guilty for robbing Tang San just now. As a result, Tang Lan changed the subject. Master, I heard that when you were young, you spent some time in the spirit hall. Which of the 10 core competitivenesses of Wuhuan are recorded in Wuhuan? You must remember to mark it, otherwise others will misunderstand you. You are deliberately taking it as your own. Yu Xiaogang, phi w phi asterisk, that I thought I was speaking for him, but here is my ultimate move. How can Yu Xiaogang answer? Almost all the knowledge points of Wuhuan's 10 core competencies are registered in Wuhuan Hall. It's just that no one has organized and released it systematically, that's why he took advantage of it and released Wuhuan's top 10 core competencies. As for the Wuhuan Palace, Bibi Dong was here, so they didn't come forward to punish him. That's why we have the current situation. Unexpectedly, was exposed by Tang Lan's words. Yu Xiaogang is completely autistic. He stared blankly ahead and murmured something, like crazy. That's too much. Flanders said angrily, the little boy is also your elder after all, how can he be so rude? Who knows him? Ning Rongrong replied, the older one is my elder, is he worthy? That it can be said that there is no mercy. Exactly, given Ning Rongrong's identity, Flanders didn't dare to offend her too much. She is no longer a Shrek student, and the Shang Fang sword given by Ning Fengji no longer works. How could a little 7-ring soul saint dare to offend the 7 treasures glazed sect? Flanders also understood, it was simply impossible to snatch Tang San away today. I can only say to Tang San, Xiao San, you can take care of yourself. He supported Yu Xiaogang and walked out the door. Since you can't fight, it won't be embarrassing to stay, just. Master. Tang Lan shouted, I am going to Tiando City to establish a new advanced Soul Master Academy. Do you want to teach? My mistress will still be taught by you. If your theory is wrong, you can continue to improve it. And the 9-yang divine art has the effect of cleaning the marrow of the I Ching. There are too many to mention. It can help you break through the level 29 bottleneck. There is no problem at all. Yu Xiaogang's empty eyes focused instantly. He also stopped and stared at Tang Lan in disbelief. Are you serious? Yu Xiaogang questioned, after all the trouble, can you still tolerate me? Of course. Tang Lan said frankly, you are Xiao Sanzi's teacher and one of his few relatives. Our debate is a debate and it will not affect this relationship. Such a big heart. Such open-mindedness. This pattern. Let alone Tang San, even Dai Mubai and the others were filled with emotion. Look at this pattern. The light in Zhu Zhuqing's eyes became a little brighter. He is indeed the man she has fallen in love with. Yu Xiaogang looked incomprehensible, after some hesitation, casting an apologetic look at Flanders. Brother, I'm sorry, I have to run towards a brighter future. Flanders looked lonely. He can understand Yu Xiaogang's choice, but that I still feel like I've been betrayed. But as a sworn brother, can he stop Yu Xiaogang from pursuing advancement? Silently, he let go of his supporting hand and walked out of the Tangmen Inn alone. Yu Xiaogang watched Flanders leave, feeling helpless as well. He had Tang San's relationship, and Tang Lan could tolerate him. Flanders and Tang Lan, that is a conflict of three views that is almost irreconcilable. Therefore, he did not lose his sense and went to retain Flanders. Perhaps, now this result is the best. The atmosphere was weird. Tang Lan glanced at Tang San, who understood. He stepped forward and helped Yu Xiaogang. Teacher, I have many questions, and I would like you to help me answer them. Yu Xiaogang went down the slope, but he let go of Tang San's support and walked quickly forward with his hands behind his back. The host created a gap between Yu Xiaogang and Tang San, and joined the Tang sect for your use. Steal a small amount of Tang San's luck. Reward, the great success of capturing the dragon. Because the dragon capturing hand is not used much, after Tang Lan got started, he didn't use it much. The effect after completion, the distance is farther and the suction power is stronger. The original distance was, level x2, meters, now it becomes, level x4, meters, that is 47 times 4 is equal to 188 meters. With a radius close to 200 meters, there is a lot to do. There are no more two people in the way. The atmosphere suddenly became lively. Uncle Tang is amazing. Ning Rongrong said with a smile, a well-known master still works for you after being beaten. How brilliant. What are you talking about? Oscar retorted, the sect master is well organized. He has a broad mind. That's right, the little kid is talking nonsense. Xiao Wuji couldn't help laughing. Everyone looked at each other, then the whole room burst into laughter. Today's drama was really exciting. Tang Lan was also quite proud. I gave Yu Xiaogang a slap in the face and alienated the relationship between him and Tang San, but you still have to work hard for yourself, kill 3 birds with 1 stone. As for the 9-yang divine art, things without roots are given away, but Yu Xiaogang, have to annex Lanba Academy for the Tang sect. This deal is a bargain. And Tang Lan didn't have time to teach him, so he should learn slowly from Tang San. Tang San had never practiced 9-yang magic, but he couldn't explain it clearly. I can only bite the bullet and teach Yu Xiaogang from scratch. Can this be learned? It just depends on his talent. Tang Lan is making money from both sides, so why not? After laughing, Tang Lan also asked everyone to go back and seal the entire Tangmen Inn with blue-silver grass. In this way, there is no need to keep anyone on guard at night. Tang Lan will find out if there is a problem. Everyone went back to their rooms. Old Zhao, please stay for a while. Tang Lan shouted. Zhao Wuji remained puzzled. Wait until everyone is gone. Tang Lan showed the 8 spider spears behind his back. Old Zhao, help me break it. Ha. Sect Master, are you sure? Zhao Wuji confirmed. Ong. Tang Lan nodded. This 8 spider spear is a bit brittle. If you break it and then reshape it, it will become stronger after it is broken. Makes sense. Although Zhao Wuji didn't know whether this was feasible or not, but Tang Lan can defeat the master's existence. He said it would work. It would definitely work. You are welcome to use the soul skill directly, the powerful Vajra palm. Hold C. Tang Lan quickly activated the Vajra indestructible body and the immortal seal, and then wandered around to weaken the pain. Clang. There was a crisp sound, the golden light on Tang Lan's body was shaking, and he actually withstood Xiao Wuji's palm. A palm of the seven-ringed soul saint with soul skills. Xiao Wuji was shocked. Although he kept his hand, his level was there. It makes no sense to not break the defense, right? My problem. Tang Lan turned off the Vajra indestructible body. Try again. When this state is turned on, the defense is increased by 5 times and the speed is reduced by 5 times. Xiao Wuji was doubtful and slapped his hand again. Click. The 8 spider spears were cracked, but Xiao Wuji's attack speed failed to keep up, and the cracks on the 8 spider spears healed on the spot. Soul bone technique regeneration. This thing is now a passive effect and is always on. Tang Lan continued. Old Xiao, don't worry about shooting, you won't die. When Xiao Wuji heard this, he thought. Then I won't be polite. Immediately hit it with all my strength, then Xiao Wuji became a muggle. I saw, yesterday, my baby had a fever. I had to cook and drink Chinese medicine until around 5 o'clock, and I was very tired. Take a day off, tomorrow is a new month, and work hard to earn 8,000 a day.